All right, guys, so I am here again. We have an important update for us, and I feel that it's necessary for us to talk about this. Okay, if you have been following up with the news, you discovered that sometime in May, the government introduced white paper proposal about 6 major changes. I know it could be more than six, but the ones I am very sure that most of us migrants here in the United Kingdom are really interested in are about six. The first one is to increase the eligibility period for ILR from 5 years to 10 years, increasing the skilled requirement for skilled worker visa from RQF3 to RQF6. First one was making it a little bit stricter for universities to sponsor international students. You know, many of us are not talking about this. It's still there. Go and check. It's part of the proposal they brought out in May. Also, they talked about reducing the post-study visa, from 24 months to 18 months. Another one they had already implemented, which was part of the proposal, was to stop the recruitment of overseas carers. Just in case you are not aware, in terms of the ILR extension from 5 years to 10 years, the last update I got about this, which I am here to share with you, is that the British Parliament will be having a meeting about this on the 8th of September. Again, if you remember on this channel, I think sometime last month, I brought out a news to us where I told us what some nationals are feeling about this, and they had already written a petition that the government should exempt their own nationals. I think that was Hong Kong nationals in the United Kingdom, that they should exempt them from this extension of ILR from 5 years to 10 years. And the government responded almost immediately. So I think the petition was a great stand to start with. It was, because it actually helped. Okay, just in case you are not aware of what I'm talking about, there was a time that people signed petition that the government should please exempt people that are already here in the United Kingdom, because these people had it in mind before coming, based on the information that is there on the UK government website, that after 5 years of working legally and living without trouble, meeting other requirements in the United Kingdom, they are eligible to applying for ILR. So it will just be unfair for the government to now come out after people had gone halfway on it, saying that no, it's no longer 5 years, it's going to be 10 years. Over 160,000 people signed that petition, and the government gave their response as well almost immediately, which I brought out to us at the time, where they talked about, yes, they do understand how people feel or how this could actually impact families. However, they want the settlement to be earned, like you must merit it. The criteria for you to meet to show if you merit it or not, they have not told us. The reason why I am making out this video to tell us some things that I personally feel, not just me, guys, I'm not just talking about my feelings here, but I have gone online and I had listened to news. I can tell you that they could actually go on with this, and they could actually bring out some criteria, because they keep saying each of the videos I had watched on the parliament, where the Home Secretary is being asked, their plans regarding all of this.
Can the Home Secretary please outline whether this policy applies to people who are already living and working in the UK, or will it just be to new visa applicants?
Home Secretary. Well, thank the honourable friend for her question, and she is right to say that there are people working in all kinds of jobs across the country, contributing to our economy and to our communities, who have travelled here from all over the world, and that was hugely important. We will set out further details of the earned settlement and citizenship reforms later this year, and we will consult on them. So there will be plenty of opportunity for people to comment on and consider the detail. But it is important that we have extend the sense of contributions and the points-based system to those reforms as well. We have also said that we will maintain the current 5-year route for those who have come on a dependence visa, on a family visa as well, as part of maintaining families.
Although she mentioned that they are currently doing their consultations, however, before the end of the year, which is just less than 3 months, we don't really know the exact date, they will come out with a final stand on that. So why I am making out this video is that the government is going to have a debate. That's the British Parliament. They are having a debate on the 8th of September regarding this. If they are to exempt individuals that are already here in the United Kingdom from this ILR extension. And I personally feel that this is the right time for us to act. I am not here to tell you to do anything illegal or to fight. No, 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 far from it. But I think personally that this is the right time for us to put our pens down. Yeah, you can pen down some points, some factors, some ways that you think these whole things could impact you, your family. Send them to your MPs, yeah, because these MPs are the people that will have these arguments, yeah. They are the ones that will speak for you. Just in case you do not know, your MPs are your representative. It's just like House of Representative in Nigeria, okay? They speaks for you because they are there to argue that this is why they think the government should exempt people that are already in the United Kingdom. So they need points from you to support their claims, to support whatsoever it is they are going there to say. Okay, so I personally feel that if everyone remains quiet, okay, yes, it's good for us to pray about it, because the truth remains that many people would be affected. Also, as part of the government response to that particular petition is that they have so many people that could actually become eligible for ILR and subsequently citizenship. Because of this, they feel that these people coming out to claim benefits, like so many people coming out to claim benefit, it could actually have a negative impact to the economy. I have also seen people suggesting, I don't know how true it is, but I have heard it, that people are suggesting to the government that fine, if you are thinking that exempting people that are already in the United Kingdom could actually mean so many people being eligible for citizenship and claiming benefits, then you could actually bring out laws or rules that says that people will have to wait for 5 years after citizenship before getting benefits. Because most of these migrants came with their families and they had already had it in mind that they had to stay, work for 5 years, and the next thing they are already applying for ILR, thereby reducing their financial costs, like okay, having to apply for visa all over, renew, paying IHS fee all over again and all of that. I feel that it would be a good idea. Pen down a constructive email to your MP. Check online, you will see their email address is opened. Okay, then you tell them, you don't need to tell them your name, just tell them how this whole thing is going to affect you and your family. I know I've brought out this video a couple of times, but if you watch this video just 1 minute, you understand what I'm talking about.
Since this announcement, Madam Deputy Speaker, I've been contacted by several constituents who are currently on a work visa and looking at their path for a way for indefinite leave to remain. They are understandably worried, Home Secretary, about where this uncertainty leaves them. They're worried about their future plans. One even told me that they are worried and they're considering leaving the UK because their settled status here is under jeopardy.
Okay, so if this migrant that reached out to her did not come to her saying that, oh, this is how this directly impacts me and my family, I don't think she will be here saying all this. Yeah, so that is one good point that I think most of us should do. I'm not here to tell you to say any negative thing or to disrespect anybody, no. Secondly, I think that it's best for us to start working on our skills. My OGs, I don't know if you are here, those of you that have been following me for long, you will discover that before this whole policy came into effect, I think sometime in January, February, I made a video. I had already seen it coming. I made a video and I told us that, guys, if you do not have a skilled job, you need to look for, you that have graduated, you have MSc, you have BSc, you are doing cleaning job, you are doing care. Yeah, for carers, I know that people genuinely want to care and I so much respect carers. But what I am saying is that you should try to, how will I put it, improve your skills, upgrade your skills. Don't just stay there and be on that particular job for a long time because that job could actually pay your bills. Sorry, it's my neighbors, they just packed. I'm just saying hello to them. So because this job pays your bills and you feel that you are comfortable, guys, anything can happen in this country. This country is not yours. The reason why I am encouraging us to ensure that we had, upgraded ourselves, our skills, and if you need to pick up additional course, okay, so you become a registered nurse, yeah, anything at all that is professional. Another important factor that I think they may really consider, I'm just saying for myself, and please, this is not a legal advice again, I've told you guys countless times that on this channel, we do not give legal advice because I am not a lawyer. Another important thing that I think that they could actually do, because I have seen so many people talk about it on the internet, and at some point I think I saw, even the government saying something about it, is about dependent visa. Yes, the government did not come out to say that they are scrapping it directly, but if you check something on this last publication they did, you will discover that they removed some job occupations from bringing dependents. So that is a signal, if you ask me. And also they keep saying that they want the ILR to be earned settlement, like you must merit it. They could actually bring out some policies to tell you that if you do not meet so and so standard as a dependent, even when the main applicant had already gotten the ILR, you might not just get it. Regarding that, I personally feel that even as a dependent, we should try to consider some factors. The truth remains that coming to the United Kingdom as a migrant with family is always challenging, to be honest, because you need to consider childcare as well. I'm going to start with myself. At some point, I had to consider, reducing my hours, if possible, not even going to work at all, because I need to stay at home, take care of the children, and allow my husband to do the work. Yeah, we just have to look for a way to, even if I had to work, it should be minimal so that I'll be able to take care of my children. So I believe that we've got so many families like that as well. But with this policy, or with not policy because they have not made any policy, but with all this news flying, I personally feel that a master holder like myself, not going to work, not even looking for professional jobs, because now you feel that you got children, you got your hands full and you don't have that time to, to work. So I personally feel that if they bring out all these policies saying that it must be earned settlement, what are the criteria that you think could actually qualify you for the ILR when you're not working? Think about it. When you're not working, you're not paying tax. I'm just thinking out loud here. You could actually correct me if you feel otherwise. You can just drop your opinion on the comment section. Let's have this conversation there. It's still their land, it's still their policies, their choice. We are only pleading with them. Okay, so you that you have not been working, like myself, that I wasn't working that much, I was just doing 20 hours and then my husband was doing the whole work. So how do you think you are going to earn? Is it just by becoming a dependent of the main applicant you think you're qualified? They could actually say no. I'm just thinking out loud, guys. So I think the best thing we should do is to look for a way around this. Childcare is paramount, and I put it there. Whatsoever decision you are to make, please make sure that the children are safe at all point. But at the same time, you that you had spent thousands of pounds going to the university, getting all those qualifications, it will only be unfair to yourself if you decide to just, except if that's what you have decided to do. But I'm just telling you where it could actually affect you. So try to manage it well. If your husband is doing nights, you could be doing day, but make sure, my own personal advice, make sure that you are working. Make sure if you are a migrant that is here in the United Kingdom, please make sure that you are working as a dependent. Make sure that you pay your taxes. Make sure that you advance. You see all those policies, all those many things. You too should also make sure that you follow all those policies and don't do anything illegal that will affect your, your eligibility of getting ILR. Then another important thing that I think that most of us should do also is to write all those tests now, guys. You see the life in the United Kingdom test, because they made mention of it as well. If you check, they said they were going to bring out some other rules, to make it a little bit harder for people to even pass the test. So I personally feel that you could actually start preparing for your test now, even if you are not yet eligible, but you're already on the pathway. You knew that you just got like few years to go. You could actually sit for your life in the United Kingdom test. Write it now, guys. Ndị buying us in a because it not go hard, it start to the hard. All these people we know as the matter be. So that's why I am here to encourage us. I'm not here to discourage you. I'm not here to put fear in you, no. But I am here as usual to encourage you and to bring out some ideas that I think could actually help you. Then again, the IELTS examination, that's another point that I feel that most of us should also look into, especially dependent. Remember that if you're here, you are a dependent, before you get your ILR, you must have the English test requirements. You must meet that English test requirement. If it's IELTS, you must have B1, which they have in mind to increase to B2. Then again, if you have a degree from Nigeria that is not from the United Kingdom, then you have to do ethics. For those of us that already have a degree here in the United Kingdom, you're safe. You just have to submit the certificate and the transcript to them alongside your application. Okay. But I think that for those of us that do not really have any other qualification like the BSc to to apply for ILR and all of that, I think this is the right time for you to start preparing, how you could actually write your IELTS so that you know that that one has already gone. Once you have gotten your IELTS, I think to me, you have gotten it. So that is it. Please, I am begging, don't keep this video to yourself. Share it and also click on that like button. You're not just doing it for me, but you are doing it for so many thousands of people that could actually see this video, and this video will help them. Because if you like more, YouTube will recommend the video to a wider audience. So guys, thank you again for watching, and I remain Blessing, Emozuzu of Blessed Blessing channel. Thank you. Bye bye.
I know you got all dressed up for the club.